Hello esteemed AGI folks. I am Viraj Sharma. I am a Python developer and a tech enthusiast. And today I will explain you about Raspberry Pi. You all might have seen in my previous video what is Raspberry Pi and what is AGI. So you all might have been interested. Today I'll explain you how does it work. And how to attach and how to make your own real project using it. Before going into the talk, let me introduce myself. I am Viraj Sharma. I am a Python developer and I am a Python AI developer and a tech enthusiast. I have been coding since 2021 and I have been an active tech community member since 2024. I study in grade 9 Presidium School, Delhi, India. Now let me tell you what is Raspberry Pi, for those who might have not understood it very well in my previous video. It is a very small embedded portable computer. It's like a mini computer within which every memory, storage, processing and RAM and hardware chips etc. everything is there. Only the screen and all the laptop features are not there. You can basically consider it the CPU. Anyone can connect any input-output digital devices. It is useful for AGI and IoT automation. This is a Raspberry Pi. These are the pins of it in which you connect the hardware, and this is your main processor. And this is your SD card. Now let's look at the basics of Raspberry Pi. Types of pins. So this is the diagram of the pins in which all the pins are there and the types are mentioned in it. So you basically do not have to memorize the pin numbers and their types. So let me tell you some types of pin for understanding and for wiring which is needed, but not memorizing all the numbers of the pins and the types. So Raspberry Pi has three types of pins. The first one is GPIO pin, which is the main pin in which the hardware sends the digital signal or receives the digital signal, 0 or 1 binary signal. And second one is ground pin, which is negative terminal of hardware basically, in which negative terminal of hardware is connected with ground. And third one is power pin. So this pin is basically positive terminal of the hardware and sends 3 or 5 volts. Here also you can see there are different types of pins. These are the power ones, this is the ground one, and these are GPIO pins and all that. But you don't have to memorize it. I recommend when you are wiring a Raspberry Pi, look at this diagram. Either from the presentation or searching from the Google and downloading the image. Now let me tell you very basic thing. How to connect an LED in Raspberry Pi. Remember, do not connect LED with power pin, because power pin supplies continuous 5 to 3 volts. But LED only needs very small current. And LED only has 2 terminals, so you should only connect so your main pin should be only GPIO pin, which sends the signal of glowing and not glowing. So we have to basically connect the negative terminal of the LED with ground, and the second is connect positive terminal with GPIO pin. Let me explain you that how does this wiring work. As I said that you have to connect negative pin with ground in all the devices of Raspberry Pi. Ground basically is a terminal which are no current and it is negative terminal. And step 2 is connect positive terminal with GPIO pin, because GPIO sends the current to the LED to glow or not to glow. Now let me tell you points to remember while connecting output devices. Never connect an LED with power pin, as I said in the previous slide. And second is connect VCC terminal of output device with power pin. Because and some output devices are 3 terminals, so the VCC terminal is basically the terminal in which the device receives the power of 5 or 3 volts, and it's a positive terminal. Connect signal terminal or the positive terminal of LED with GPIO pin. We have to connect the positive terminal of the LED with GPIO pin, as I said in previous slide, and some output device or input devices are signal pin in which signal is received or transmitted. So the signal terminal is basically the GPIO pin terminal in which receives the electric currents of GPIO pins. And connect the ground pin with the ground terminal. Ground terminal is basically negative terminal of the device. Now let me tell you how to connect sensors with Raspberry Pi. Same as output devices, all the points and all that which I mentioned are same with the sensors. The only difference is their sensors have at least 3 terminals. Positive terminal in which the VCC pin needs to be connected, the signal pin, and the ground pin. The signal pin is the terminal in which the sensor sends the signal to Raspberry Pi about the sensations of the environment. And the ground pin is the negative terminal of the sensor. Connect the negative terminal with the ground pin, connect the signal terminal with the GPIO pin, connect the positive terminal with power pin. These are the connections of the sensor. Now let's dive into the code. Let me tell you how to dive into the code. First you have to set up your environment. Then we learn a basic hello world of Raspberry Pi, which is how to blink an LED using Raspberry Pi. Now let me tell you how to set up an environment. SSH into Raspberry Pi. After configuring your Wi-Fi in the Raspberry Pi, when you will configure your Wi-Fi in Raspberry Pi, then Raspberry Pi will automatically connect with that Wi-Fi, and you will just have to SSH to remotely access your Raspberry Pi and do all the file manipulation, code execution, etc. Install the Raspberry Pi library using this command. Look at this command carefully, and you have to install your Raspberry Pi library of Python using this. In this session we are going to learn how to connect Raspberry Pi with Python. Step 3 is to open Nano. The Nano is your basic editor because you cannot install VS Code or Git or etc. because the Raspberry Pi doesn't have any UI features. It's basically a terminal, so you have to open Nano. And then you have to start typing your code in Nano. This is how to set up your environment. Now I'm going to tell you how to type code by walking through a very simple code. So this is a very simple Raspberry Pi program in which we are going to blink an LED. This first code is to import your Raspberry Pi module library, and second thing is to import time module, which basically blinks the LED of Raspberry, which is basically used to blink the LED for Raspberry Pi, is basically to set the timing of the blinking of LED or the duration of blinking of LED. And then you have to set mode of numbering. There is the 2 modes of numbering in Raspberry Pi. First one is board and second one is BCM. The board numbering is basically a numbering which are mentioned in Raspberry Pi diagrams physically. They are physical and raw numbers of pins, and BCM numbering has special map with the numbering of the board pins. So I recommend you to set board because they are directly visible in the Raspberry Pi diagram. And then you have to set up your pin as output or input. It's in your choice to set up the pin in your output or input because in Raspberry Pi GPIO pins, no pin is separated as input or output. One GPIO pin is input pin or output pin. So you have to set the mode of the Raspberry Pi's pin as output or input. So since LED needs the output signal, so because of that I have written GPIO.out here. And here we are blinking the LED 10 times, so I am setting a range loop to blink the LED 10 times. And here I am going to set up here I am going to send the output signal to the GPIO pin 8 as I set up the 8 GPIO pin as GPIO.out. So here GPIO.output 8 and GPIO.high, in which GPIO.high basically means that send the electrical signal 1 to it, which means glow the LED. And then we have to wait for 0.5 seconds here to till the LED stays up. And then after that we have to blink the LED, and then after that we have to again send the signal to the 8th GPIO pin of the Raspberry Pi as GPIO.low, which means that send the 0 signal in the electrical signal, which means to stop the electrical current reaching the LED, so that the LED shuts off. And then wait for 0.5 seconds again till go back into the loop and repeat the procedure. Now let me tell you how to how to write code to read from a sensor. Let me walk you through this code. So here we are doing the same thing, importing Raspberry Pi module, importing time, and the setting mode of the board numberings and setting up. But here we have to set up the GPIO pins as 8 same pin, but we have to basically set the GPIO pin as the input pin. Actually, in all the coding of Raspberry Pi, you can set any GPIO pin as input, output, any GPIO pin number also. So you can connect your wires in any positions, but here I am going to use 8th pin only as the example. 8th pin is in GPIO pin of Raspberry Pi. So 8th pin as GPIO.input, which means set the GPIO pin of 8 as input, which means it will only receive signal but not transmit any signal. And here I have applied while true loop, that infinite loop that will keep reading, in which it will keep executing the code infinitely to read the sensor until the program is stopped. And here the sensor output variable is defined as GPIO.input 8, in which we are going to read the input of GPIO pin 8. And then after that we are printing sensor output here. That's basically the variable of sensor output. And then we are waiting for 0.5 seconds to go back and repeat the procedure, after which. Thank you.